Samsung Galaxy Z Flip is here, and today we're going to unbox this phone. I don't typically go ahead and showcase, the cardboard box, but you can see just the presentation. It says Samsung right there at the top of the box, and it does say, "Thank you. We made a Galaxy Z Flip for you, and we hope that you enjoy it." And they're looking for owners' feedback, and you can see the little, icon that comes with the wallpaper for this device. Pretty nice stuff. And there is a Z Flip. So you can see right here, very well packaged device. Let's go ahead and break through this plastic and talk a little bit about this phone. Now, this is going to be the first clamshell style folding smartphone from Samsung that kind of looks a lot like a regular smartphone when opened, but folds down to a more compact form factor. Now, first impressions on this box is I really like that Z logo right there, but other than that, looks pretty similar to a regular Samsung smartphone, well, a premier Samsung smartphone, like an S series model. So let's go ahead and dig into this box, and you can see Flip right there with some nice little shininess inside of that. And you can see down here just UPC codes. Opening it up, and of course we do have our papers inside. Let me get this razor out of the way, because we're not talking about razors in this video, are we? You can see the future changes shape. Meet your Galaxy Z Flip. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in a bit. You can pause and read that card for yourself if you are interested right now. Welcome back. Now it says right here, once again, as it did with the Galaxy Fold, we have some care instructions for this phone. Let's go ahead and read these because these are going to be important for you to know. Do not press on the screen or the front camera with the lens with a hard object or a sharp object such as a pen, your fingernail. Doing this could result in scratching or puncturing them. When folding the device, do not place any objects such as cards, coins, keys on the screen. The device is not water or dust resistant. Do not expose this to liquids or small particles. So that's kind of already a downside. Everyday life, it's easy to get particles and dust and things on things. So we'll have to see how this one does hold up. Do not attach adhesives such as film, stickers to the main screen. And the last one, your device contains magnets. Keep this a safe distance between devices and objects that may be affected by magnets, such as your credit cards and maybe implantable medical devices. So these care instructions are pretty much the same as the Galaxy Fold, but what we're going to be looking for here with the Z Flip is, will this phone, be less fragile than that device? Moving forward, we do have the Galaxy Z Premier service. So essentially you get 24 hours Galaxy Z concierge. So you are special, I guess, if you get the Galaxy Z Flip, and getting just better support than the average Samsung customer just buying, I guess, their other $1,000 phone. So let's go ahead and open this up, and you can see we do have an adaptive fast charger in the box. Looks like any other fast charger from Samsung. And then over here, looks like we do have a little adapter, and we also should have some USB-C cable right there, as you would expect, and a pair of AKG headphones. These will go through USB-C, so you're not going to get no Galaxy Buds in the box with these ones. Just a braided cable pair of headphones, which is acceptable, but I would have liked to seen some Galaxy Buds for $1380. Do you agree? Last little card that's kind of buried at the bottom of the box right there. You can see Samsung did include, of course, a SIM card tool, but here's something nice. We do have ourselves a case for this device. This is definitely something you're going to want on a phone that there's probably not many cases to start with. So it's nice to see we have a two-piece case right here included right inside the box. And of course, we do have warranty information and stuff like that. And if you get the AT&T model, you will get AT&T booklets and things of that sort. Same goes for like the Sprint model, for example. So I had to go with the cosmic purple color. This color, it just absolutely stands out for this phone. So let's go ahead and peel the plastic off for the first time on this phone. And man, is this a satisfying phone to just look at. I mean, just look at this thing. It actually peels from two different sides, but wow, this thing just feels super thin to hold, exactly what you are used to when open. But when you go ahead and close it, boom, you do have yourself now a very compact and very nice looking smaller smartphone. Now this can arguably be more useful for people, as this phone right here is definitely not going to be super, tiny on the front screen, because you're really not going to use the front screen. You're going to be using the inside screen, which is something that's not super similar to the Galaxy Fold, because the Galaxy Fold actually has a smaller front screen, which was a little bit cramped. And here you're just going to get your main screen, close it down, and then you have a smaller device. Before we boot it up, I just want to give you a look at multiple angles of this phone, because it's so new. It would be just doing a disservice to just kind of skim over it in this video. So you can kind of take a look at the bottom of this phone. We have our USB-C, and we do have our speaker grill right there. And you can go ahead and pause, and there is the side. Looks like there's a tiny gap going through the phone, but there are some brushes inside there that should keep dust and stuff out, so I'm not too worried about that. There's a fingerprint sensor right there and volume rockers. That hinge design looks pretty similar to the Galaxy Fold, just in a smaller form factor. You can see there is the Samsung logo, nice and bold. And then over here on the other side, SIM card tray right there. Now here is the front of the device. You can see super shiny, just changes all kinds of colors in different directions. This is going to be a showstopper type of phone, especially if you get this purple color or that gold color. You can see that small display right there, the dual camera, and we do have ourselves a flash right there. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the back design. You don't see a Samsung logo on the back here. It's just, overall, I gotta say, yeah, it kind of does remind me of that Game Boy. The Game Boy that would just flip open, looks like a little square. It does kind of remind me of that, but it's pretty extraordinarily light in your hand and compact. And for those of you looking for that small form factor and you want a big phone as well, you're gonna love this thing. Let's go ahead now and open it up and turn it on. So right here, Samsung Galaxy Z Flip is rocking a 6.7-inch display. Now that is 2636 by 1080. I'm not too worried about this because Samsung makes some of the best OLEDs in the business. 12 megapixels camera on here, and we do have 8 gigs of RAM on a Snapdragon 855 Plus. The Plus is a better version of the 855, which was already a boss CPU, and a 3300 milliamp hour battery for this phone. And let's take a look at this while it's open as well. You kind of see definitely has a little bit of something going on right there, because that's where it folds. So it doesn't quite look like a regular phone when it's open on the back, but it definitely feels like one. And let's see if there's a little bit of crease action on here. And yes, there is a slight crease action right there. Not too bad. This is really not going to bug anybody who's interested in this phone. And we should mention too that because this phone has to protect that screen, the bezels do feel a little bit chunkier than you're going to find on maybe an S series phone. Have you, but it's still a flat display, which is nice. It should provide some protection from you accidentally putting your fingers on that display. I usually don't do the setup process, but I'm going to do it for you here because it's a brand new style of phone. I think it's definitely got the potential to be an industry changing, and I definitely think it along with the Motorola Razr are definitely two phones that are really going to push a new segment in the market. These foldable, standard smartphones, straight up and down, not the tablet style like the Fold. So let's just go ahead and skip this for now. We'll skip anyway, and we'll just hit next right here. And you can see you do have face recognition, a fingerprint sensor, which is going to be right here on the side, a pin, a pattern, and password. I'm going to skip it for now. We'll cover that more, how that fingerprint sensor works in the full review. And here it's mentioning a little bit more of that, those warnings of things you shouldn't do. When you fold the phone, make sure there's nothing inside of it. Of course, who's going to put something inside of their folded phone? Don't attach adhesive, so no screen protectors on this one. You're probably not going to need it, or it's probably going to damage this device. And avoid pressing too hard on this display. It's ultra thin glass on here. And now we are in the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. Now, what I'm noticing right off the bat is the crease basically disappears when you are on a darker display. You're really not going to see that, and I'm expecting a pretty traditional Samsung experience when you are flipped inside of here. Now, taking a look at the software, you can see we do have One UI 2.1 coupled with Android 10. So pretty much up to date with the latest software on here. And, a lot of people are going to say, well, Samsung's not going to keep that thing updated, so that's a big con of this phone. But at the same time, for the technology you're getting here on the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip, it definitely is probably worth it for many people. And taking a look at that front screen, you can see right there, it does say the time. Now, when you want to activate this screen, all you're gonna have to go ahead and do is click the power button right there, and it's gonna show you the time. And if you have notifications, it should show you that as well. So you can just kind of swipe through it. We're gonna double click to go ahead and check out that camera on the front. And you can see it does show me right inside of that little screen right there. So I don't know how often I'm going to use this, but it's pretty cool if you want to be rather discreet, and it feels very futuristic. That's a pretty neat little screen they have on there. Although I personally would have liked to see this whole front side a screen. So if you go with this AT&T model, you're going to get some bloat, as you can see right there. I'm sure a lot of it can be removed. I'll discuss more in the full review. I actually missed the unlocked batch that came out, so I had to get the AT&T model, but that's okay. And if we go into settings here, we're going to take a look at the wallpapers that do come with this phone. I always like to show what kind of wallpapers you get with every Samsung phone, as they are a little bit different. You can see you get a few flowers with this one, and there they are. Take a look at those right there for your viewing enjoyment. Let me know what you think of those. I think the ones on the Galaxy Fold were a little bit nicer, but there's one thing you can do in here. Like, for example, when taking a picture, you can go ahead and flex it like that and take a selfie. You can use the bottom screen like a little laptop right there. And you can see it does kind of adjust properly to the way this phone is flexed. So we'll discuss this more in the full review, how this works in its entirety, but you kind of see right there, pretty neat little feature there for the Galaxy Flip, Z Flip right here. I think that's just gives it a unique flair that you don't see on other devices. And that's kind of how it looks when it's halfway open. Let's go ahead and close it more. And just like with the Galaxy Fold, this phone feels very sturdy on the first folds, but we'll see if it loosens up over time and then just kind of feels a little bit loose to open and close. Check this out, you can still do 2 different applications at once on this display. Now this is 6.7 inches, but it feels a little bit more narrow. Samsung also did include some caps on here just to keep more debris and dust out, so I did want you to keep that in mind. And let's take a look at that camera bump to see if it's a little bit too thick. You might need a case on it. It's pretty thin, but it's raised enough that you definitely probably could scratch it on the surface if you are not careful enough. So let's take a look at the camera on this phone and see how it does do. So let's go ahead and take a photo. Photo takes a photo very fast and very good quality so far. I'm going to test this further before the full review, and it does have one of the most important angles. That's the wide angle in 2020, and we do have different ratios in a rather odd 9:22 aspect ratio. I think that's kind of maybe the aspect ratio of this particular display, but you have your 16:9 right there. We have live focus video, and there's just pretty much the modes you expect from a Samsung flagship here. So this is gonna be a pretty great camera for, what this phone is. Let's see what you can do with the rear video resolution. You can go up to 4K at 60, and over here on the front video, you can go up to 4K at 60. Overall, I think this is gonna be a fantastic camera. You can go wide on the front as well. It's not gonna be a problem for this phone. So first impressions on the sides, the phone kind of feels a little bit slimy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's got that feeling like you can get your fingerprints all over. You can feel your fingerprint oils. It feels like any other Samsung phone, really. It just flips, and that flipping feel is definitely going to feel really awesome at first. I think you will get used to the device, but that first initial impression was just wow. I mean, holding this phone in hand, look at this. This is amazing. You could put this thing in your pocket. You can hold it like that. Forget about it. Amazing, but same time, it's really not that functional on the front. So I want to go ahead now and take a look at how this phone looks in this case that Samsung did provide with the device. So let's go ahead and pop it in there. You can see there is the top of the phone, and let's go ahead and pop it on the back here. Now this case, I can tell you right now, just by popping it on here, this is not going to be the most quality case. So when some manufacturers start producing cases for this that are a little bit more sturdy, I probably would invest in that. But for now, it should keep it at least lightly protected while you start to use this device. It's enough protection for the day-to-day, but it's not going to be enough protection probably for the rough and tumble of you out there. So 6.7 inches, here is a 6.7 inch phone as well, the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus, and you can see the Note 10 Plus still feels like a little bit of a bigger phone just because it's a wider phone. So you have to use the S Pen and stuff like that, but definitely up there. You're still going to get a 6.7 inch display, but the Galaxy Note cannot do that right there. Now look how much difference we have here between the Galaxy Note 10 Plus and the Galaxy Z Flip. Just totally different. And you can see that S10 Plus right there behind the Z Flip. Let's go ahead and open this back up. And you can see there is the Galaxy Z Flip next to the Galaxy S10 Plus. And you could see definitely a little bit bigger than that phone right there. Let's go ahead and power this on. A little bit bigger than that phone right there, a little bit taller, so pretty tall while it is open. But then again, when you close it down, look what you got to carry in your pocket here, and look what you got to carry in your pocket here. Big difference. And this can make a huge difference, especially for those of you when you're driving and you got that little cubby hole in your car where you put your phone. Sometimes these big smartphones don't fit. I could already see this being more useful. People wear skinny jeans, stuff like that, want to stick it in those smaller jean pockets. This could probably be more useful as well. Now, the Galaxy Fold, the ultimate comparison right here. Which folding phone is going to be the better for you? Well, these are very different. The Galaxy Fold is still very narrow. It's actually a little bit more narrow when this phone is open than the Galaxy Z Flip. On the front, it's still a more narrow, one-handed, easier to use phone, the Galaxy Fold. But you can see when it's closed down that it's just even easier to carry around than the Galaxy Fold. But when the Galaxy Fold opens up, forget about it. It's game over. This device right here is definitely a huge tablet style device. So if you're looking for a compact folding tablet, that's the Galaxy Fold. If you're looking for a compact Galaxy folding phone, that's the Galaxy Z Flip. So this video is getting pretty long, but this is a very exciting phone. So I wanted to just definitely share my true honest feelings about it so far. And my first impressions, honestly, is I think this is a great second attempt at folding phones from Samsung. And I have a feeling this is going to be more durable than the Galaxy Fold was. Now, the Galaxy Fold is not bad. I'm not having too many issues with that phone. It is still a little bit scary to use in environments like, you know, getting dust on it, rocks on it. You got to keep it well protected. But I don't see that being a difference here. I think you're going to have to keep this one well protected as well. Overall, pretty awesome concept. What do you guys think about the Galaxy Z Flip? Let us know down below. Are you picking this up? Are you more interested in the S20 Ultra? And please, whatever you want to see on this phone, make sure to get it down there in the comments, because I do read the comments and I do have many videos coming on this phone, and I would love to include some of the things that you're looking to learn about this particular phone right here. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Nick here, helping you to master your technology. Thank you very much for watching. And if you picked up a Z Flip or you're going to pick one up, enjoy your Z Flip. I will catch you all in the next episode. Be sure to be well, and peace.